Ready.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Hey, echo.
55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. Hey, I'm coming.
Go.
Mike 55. Right there in the middle. 55.
Hey, zoom.
Mike 55.
Shoot.
To throw on second down. Stanley into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
45.
After the interception, here's Jackson. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective.
And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Tyree Jackson keeping it himself from a yard out as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. The run there on 1st down gets them a yard to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Watch the screen.
Watch this, look at me. Go. Hey, Hayward. Nice.
From the gun, Stanley. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Stanley. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. Eluding the pressure right. Open man is Higgins. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long.
Slam. Check 45 the mic. Check 45 the mic. I'm coming up to you. I'm coming up.
They'll run here with Balazs. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Give him 4 on the carry there, but that only takes them back to where they started. 3rd and 10.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash. Check 99. Slant.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
45. Watch the flag. Motion. Go. I need one over here. Hayward. 45's the mic.
Jackson from the shotgun. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Desmond Trufant with a sack. Blitz hits home. Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Under 10. 10.
A good run as he works his way for 9 that time, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and just a few inches.
Well, it certainly appears that in this game, someone has decided they're going to open up their playbook. First quarter, and we see that play. I like their style.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. 20, 10, touchdown, Falcons. A great play there. Touchdown number 15 on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. So much for just picking up the first down. How about that run all the way on 3rd down into the end zone?
I'd say this was a bonus run because you're right. All you're trying to do is get the first down in that situation. But to top it off with that gigantic sprint and to go all the way, the only thing he's worried about near the end of that run is if someone's going to jump on his back. And I mean Mr. Fatigue. And that's all he was worried about. Well-conditioned, carried it all the way.
These two teams all tied after 1. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Now Jackson on first down. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Drop deep, drop deep. Right there. 54 Mike.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jackson. And this will be incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone.
He's giving me all this time, cuz. I think I'm going to get his ass.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. They go play action now. Jackson. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now Balaj. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. A gain of 3, 2nd down. From just shy of midfield, Jackson, he'll find Metcalf. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. He had 3 catches last week. That one his 3rd on this drive alone. They run it with Balaj.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now Jackson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. And Johnson on an island by himself in the backfield. 2nd and goal. Here's a quick throw caught by Higgins. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. From a yard out. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Right back to him on 1st down. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. 2nd and 11. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
People don't have him first on their list right now, but he deserves that type of consideration. You mentioned it. All year long, he's made big plays and continues to do so. Imagine if he has a big game here. If so, he could vault himself right into the #1 spot.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Throwing on 3rd and long. Stanley. And that is incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game, because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before, because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters, because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Begin.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
What happened?
Now they try the right side here. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield.
I say he's playing gay.
And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Kalen Ballage, touchdown number 18 on the year.
This nigga got a raw-ass team, I can tell you that, boy.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now 21-7.
Nigga got the Dolphins, but he got all them draft picks, so he got these boys looking good.
And he'll take this up past
Nigga
the
got
20
DK
and down
Metcalf.
at the 22-yard line.
Superstar quarterback.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle.
well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive. And he's going to go down again. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end?
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Austin Seferian-Jenkins, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. The first half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that
and for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Nigga got Darius Slay Jr.
We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
This nigga got so many superstar corners.
Back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. To throw on 2nd and 10, Jackson. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A Miami 1st down, that one going for a gain of 11. Here's Jackson. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
All right, let's go, Flo.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more
hype the ball.
But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Bravo.
On first down, Stanley. And it's called in by Austin Hooper. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw, Stanley. And finding the tight end, Hooper. Touchdown, Falcons. Austin Hooper, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons get a bit closer. The extra point splits the uprights, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction, and when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Again, it's Balaj. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. From the gun, Jackson escaping the... And a big loss here as he's taken down. Vic Beasley has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy.
The corner got a golden leg.
Officially, that'll be a 63-yard punt. Well done. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do. But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. From the gun, Stanley. And now here is another interception.
This is crazy.
And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Jackson now. Going to throw again. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Terry. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive? Or
this nigga can literally run man every play.
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off around the 27. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. This pass complete to Higgins. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. A draw play now. Balaj. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to make it 4th down. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. They spot it on the midfield stripe. So it is a 60-yard attempt here. And that right there is something we've seen, I don't know, 15 times in NFL history. That will officially go down as a 60-yard field goal.
And everything has to be absolutely perfect for this to have any chance.
No
He's
win.
got to get it out low and really drive through it. And I tell you, that was one heck of a kick. One heck of a decision on the sideline to even try it as well.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
Hey, exit. Hey. Hurry. Ready?
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Stanley. And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 42. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way. But we just saw a great
really trying to
example
figure out this
with his coach prior
defense,
to the game.
really.
He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball. Check your hot read.
Throwing on 2nd down. Jackson Blitz coming, and down he goes. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Play action. Now Jackson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. It's a big play there for Miami. 53 yards. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 7. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So we would have figured that one to be 3 points in the bank, but this game, it can be unpredictable at times.
Yeah, he knew he needed to pull it ever so slightly to get it going in the right direction.
That what?
But he seemed to put a little too much on it, and from short range, that is a bad miss for an NFL kicker.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And he'll give it here to his running back. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Looking to throw. Stanley airing it out, looking for Ridley. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync.
And
this nigga got every fucking pick. I'm done with this nigga team, bro.
Take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 17. Jackson now. Over the middle, complete. That's Terry. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll try and run with Balaj. And, boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain, but nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation.
Poor nigga got Chase Young going ham.
He's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And now here is
this nigga got, dog, how he got crossing a superstar, bro?
And a super return as he gets us all the way.
You know that trash-ass corner that you be complaining about?
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Now it's Jackson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
I hope this shit disconnect.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they can.
And my goodness, another interception.
Bro, I threw 9 picks, 10 picks in one game.
And they will
10.
finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, "We're going to call this be who you are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there."
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. They'll stay on the ground. Barrage again. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. On the toss, here's Balaj. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Miami, the streak lives as they move to 13-0 now on the year.
Fuck, nigga got a Pro
And they'll
Bowl
get another
team.
road test next week as they have to go to New Orleans to take on the Saints. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, it's a loss that could have implications on the playoff race as they fall to 9-4. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York
Literally
Jets.
an all-star team. Let me go look at this nigga team. This second. This the second season right here. First year for the rookies. He undefeated. He could. Let me look at his quarterback. Tyree Jackson, overall 80, 87. I don't even know who the fuck that is. Yeah. 98. Yeah, his throw power 98. He probably gave him his dev. That nigga. Yeah, he probably gave the dev to him. But his overall 87 superstar, 87 speed, 89 acceleration, throwing power 98. His running back Kalen Ballard, 90 overall, of course 92 speed, 94 acceleration, first one free. DK Metcalf, he got a nigga named T. Higgins. I don't know how he got DK. He got nice size line. Whew, that nigga line nice, boy. Ooh, that offensive line nice. Chase Young, 92 overall. Fearmonger, 2.5s. Google Hill, he just fast. Got Jerome Baker, 89 overall, 90 speed. Yeah, that sound right. Harold Landry, overall 95 with Fearmonger. Never see a Harold Landry that far. Bryce Hall, out of Virginia, 90 overall. Xavier Howard, 92. Carson, 94. Carson speed, 98, bitch. That nigga Carson ugly as fuck, dude. The fuck? Huh? He could have got a speed boost. Overall, only 84. But he a superstar. He got into a superstar. This nigga got Colbert, 87 overall, 95 speed, 96 accel. I don't know how he got Colbert so fast. That nigga always take a long time to get speed boost. Morris, that fast nigga that get those speed boosts. Then he got Darius Slade. Huh? Yeah, he got Colbert to a 95 speed, 96 acceleration. Darius Slade. Obi Melifonu. This nigga got a team, dog. He trash. 77 overall, speed 92. I ain't look at his dev. Let me go check his devs out right now. Best player on his team is Landry. So you got Tyree Jackson, just a star dev. Kellen Ballard, X Factor. You got DK Metcalf with star with Moss, X Factor, superstar T. Higgins, whoever the fuck that is. Nigga out of Clemson. Nigga got a nice ass offensive line. Nice ass offensive line. Alright. You got Chase Young, X Factor, Christian Wilkins, superstar. Google Hill, Jerome Baker ain't got nothing. Harold Landry got Fearmonger. Xavier Howard, superstar. Darius Slade, superstar. Bryce Hall, superstar. Chris Carson, superstar. All four of his corner superstars. Wow. Colbert with a shutdown. I think he put one of these niggas at safety, that's why. So he got 3 corners, that's superstar, and one of them plays safety, so that's for his roster. His roster got 4 corners at superstar, but his depth chart got one of those corners at. He got Darius Slade playing safety.
I'm starting with the scalpel first on David because I really need to debulk the area. We know that there's a huge chunk of rhinophyma tissue that I don't need to slowly carve away with the butter.
Yeah.
We just need to cut that.
So his whole secondary, superstar or X Factor.
Is this face off? There's another piece. Now that I removed that large piece from David's nose, you can automatically see that he's going to be able to breathe so much better. Now it's time for the fine touch. I'm going to use a little loop electrocautery, and this is when I can really surgically and precisely melt a lot of this rhinophymatous skin and really resculpt his nose. So let me just try to trim this down a little bit now. This is an electrical cautery device. You have electricity and heat being transferred through this handpiece, so it's going to seal up blood vessels as well as cut through tissue at the same time. You can cut straight through a body with it if you wanted to, so you've got to be very careful with it. I mean, there's a certain depth you've got to place. You don't want to take off too much. You can definitely leave scarring. I think that the thing that is always a concern when you do a loop electrocautery on a person's nose for rhinophyma is you got to remember that everybody's
Your tire, $40.
trying